Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight on the program, the California Lightning Sprint Esports Series, presented by Cory Kruseman Sprint Car and Midget Driving School. Tonight we come to the Eldora Speedway. As we get set, the drivers are on racetrack right now for qualifying. These drivers have 3 minutes, and they will have 3 laps to determine their best lap time as we move forward to tonight's heat racing. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Brett Wheeler in the booth with you for tonight's call. You can see on the top left, or the far left of your screen, the top 20 drivers in qualifying. Down the bottom left is the driver that we are currently watching at the moment on screen, Austin Nye, in caliber 97. He is 19th quick at the moment. Let's see if anyone is going to beat Eric Greco with a 14.374. Cody Nye, second quick with a 14.375. Austin Nye, caliber 97. Can this driver improve? 14.489. Jumps to position number 11. That was JD Laird in caliber 23. The JDR Graphics number 23 machine. Very quick last week at Lanier. I think we're at, as JD Laird still sit 27th quick with a 14.765. 34 cars have officially taken a lap time, and we've got 45 seconds left. Zach Bosniak with a 14.321, tonight's fastest qualifier. And we are going to take just a quick short break. Get ready for heat race number 1 here at the California Lightning Sprint Esports Series, presented by the Cory Kruseman Sprint Car and Midget Driving School. Tonight we are live on the Ultimate Dirt TV Facebook and YouTube channel. So don't forget, hit that like and follow button, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Take a quick break and come back with your heat races up in about 20 seconds time. Alright, qualifying is done and dusted. We move into the first of 3 heat races on the program for tonight. Let's go trackside and take a look. It's your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for heat race number 1 here tonight, live from the Eldora Speedway. Eight laps will be the distance. Top 5 moving into the main event. The inversion is for Jeffrey Herrick. Will start on pole. Starting alongside him in car 34, Clayton Rustin will start position number 2. Position 3 is going to be Cody Gray, lining up position number 4. Zach Bosniak in car number 91, tonight's fastest qualifier. Lining up out of position number 5, it's Dakota Albright, and lining up on the outside of row number 3, out of position 6, it's Kyle White. Lining up out of position number 7, it's Brant Twinney, and lining up out of position number 8, driving caliber 08, it's Ryan Greco. Starting position number 9, Stephen Lemon, and Chance Sheffield will start position 10. Chris Ennis will line up out of position 11, and Dalton Schrum will start position number 12. Here tonight from the virtual Eldora Speedway. Heat number 1 of the California Lightning Sprint Esports Sprint Car Series, presented by the Cory Kruseman Sprint Car and Midget Driving School. Heat number 1 here at Eldora, live right here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Let's get set for 8 laps on the board. The starts are on the leader, and we are not too far away from sending the first heat race underway. And there we go, green flag, Jeffrey Herrick and Clayton Ruston. It's Herrick with a slide job down into turn number 1 and 2. The 4 machine of Cody Gray. Looking to the inside, slide job for the race lead. There goes Ruston sliding into the lead. Herrick now around the outside of Gray. Gray trying to move into second position right now. One thing these drivers are on. Oh, they're all on the same setup. Fixed setup racing. Look at the battle for second, third and fourth at the moment. Gray and Herrick continue to go side by side through turn number 1 and 2. Herrick going to slide up in front of Gray. Gray going to turn it underneath. Gray down to the inside into turns 3 and 4. Slide job back into second, but Herrick says no thank you. He wants that spot as well. Good battle going on between Jeffrey Herrick and Cody Gray for the number 2 spot, I should say. Clayton Ruston, the race leader. Herrick slide job, Gray in second once again. Gray back to the inside. It'll be 5 down, 3 to run. 4th place right now, Dakota Albright in that 35 machine. Can only but do and just watch this battle between Herrick and Gray. Gray around the outside. Here comes Albright sneaking up on the inside. 3 wide in the turn number 1 and 2. Oh, a bit of contact. Albright and Herrick. Herrick going to go upside. Not Herrick, it's Cody Gray going upside down. Oh, wow. What a way to start. What a way to come through heat race number 1. So 6 down. That'll be 2 laps left to run. Now whether we have... Let's take a look. I'm not sure whether that came out at lap number 5. Whether we've got the green-white checkers on or not. But the lights are out on the racing.com page track. So no caution laps not going to count here tonight. And while we just do other stuff on this little laptop that we got here to make sure that we can get all these shares and stuff and watch parties going out. Of course, guys, like, shares, follows. Don't forget to keep up to date with all the action here on Ultimate Dirt TV. The California Lightning Sprints Esports Series 360s here at the Eldora Speedway. Clayton Ruston going to lead us back to what is going to be a green-white checker. Herrick rides in second, Albright third. Kyle White now going to move into position 4. Here goes Albright to the inside. Yellow is out just as they were coming to the whites. Yellow, yellow, yellow. So yellow flag number 2 here at the Eldora Speedway. Heat race number 1 of 3. And we've still got 2 more heat races to come. Green flag back out here at Eldora. It is going to be a one-lap shootout. The 34 of Clayton Ruston. Down the back straight away into turn number 3 and 4. Checkered flag is out. Ruston victorious here at heat race number 1. Herrick going to come home second. Third is going to be Dakota Albright, Kyle White. Top 4, Greco, Twitty, Schramm, Sheffield, Ennis, and Lemon, the top 10. Here in fact, they're still going, so that was an extended. There we go. It was a 2-lap shootout. Thought it might have been a 2-lap shootout, but the checkered flag had come up, so no change to the order. That is heat race number 1 complete. Let's go trackside. Heat race number 2. Take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. In fact, it was the top 5 that are going to go through. Austin Nye will start alongside Ricky Lewis on the front row. Chris Cordner will start alongside Eric Greco in row 2. Row 3 going to be Wyatt Brown and Troy Morris. Jake Swanson alongside Aidan Lang in row 4. Row 5, Jeremy Queener and Rudy Padilla. James Helling will make up the 11-car field here in heat race number 2. Alright, here we go. Heat race number 2. We are yellow. Troy Morris in that number 7 machine. Let's take a look here at your Wicked Cushion instant replay. And let's catch the start of that race. We're just fixing up a few other things here on the side. But that looks to be all completed. But it was Troy Morris in that black and... We'll go with black and lime green number 7, who started position 4. They were 3 wide. And they start 2 wide. Just got all sorts of loose and got tagged. Of course, coming across the front bumper. Not a nice way to start up heat race number 2. In fact, I'll try and see who that was, but Troy Morris upside down. Thankfully, it's a virtual ride, and well, it's not going to be any harm to himself unless he happens to be on one of those motion simulators. But again, want to welcome you all into Ultimate Dirt TV as we bring you coverage of the California Lightning Sprints, our esports series presented by the Cory Kruseman Sprint Car and Midget Driving School. I want to thank everybody. Make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel if you've not done so already. That's youtube.com/Ultimate Dirt TV. Hit that subscribe button. We are live many times throughout the week. Of course, bringing you all the sim racing action you could want. Considering that we are not, well, we're on lockdown and no racing is happening at the moment. Fortunately for us, this is the best that we can do at this stage. Here we go. The resumption of heat race number 2. Green flag back out in the air. And Austin Nye, your race leader. Second spot, Chris Cordner, the 77, trying to put the slide job on Ricky Lewis in that 00 machine. Lewis works upstairs. Cordner down low, sliding up. Yellow once again. Lap number 2, just as we were about to complete it. Fixed setups. Some of these drivers trying to get a handle of this race car. So Eric Greco in the number 8 machine Let's take a look at your Wicked Cushion instant replay. In fact, he actually come out of the pit, so again, we'll see if we can find out what happened. There it is, in fact. It was the 13 machine of Aidan Lang. Again, just getting caught up there. So it's sliding, so the 13 slides up to the cushion, hits the wall, comes down the track. One car getting into contact with the left rear and the tail tank and the rear crash bar of that number 13 machine. It goes around, the yellow flag comes out, and Eric Greco should find himself close to being back on the lead lap. So not a bad way to come back out and make sure that you are running in to... Remember, you need to be in the top 5 to go through to tonight's A main event. Eldora Speedway, the famous. Originally the house that Earl built. Tony Stewart's bread and butter right now. Not that he'd be able to do anything with it. 2 down, 6 to run. Heat race number 2. Here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Again, we're live on Facebook and YouTube. Austin Nye, Ricky Lewis, Chris Cordner, the top 3. Here we go, back underway. Green flag back out here at Eldora. Slide job by Cordner on the 77 on Ricky Lewis. That white machine, the 00 as they go through turn number 3 and 4. Cordner nearly come down the racetrack. Ricky Lewis having some connection issues, comes back onto the racetrack, blinking in and out. Third yellow of the night. So we come into turns 3 and 4, the field. Gonna check themselves up, and James Helling in the 26 machine. Just a case of drivers rubbing some wheels in turns 3 and 4. So we'll keep an eye on the 26. I've already seen what happened, but thank you to Wicked Cushion for their support here on Ultimate Dirt TV. 4 wide there for a moment. The 7 machine of Troy Morris just coming up. Thank you for that follow, Tyler. Appreciate it. So lights still flashing on our iRacing.com page track. Of course, caution flag. Laps not counting here tonight. Of course, won't count through the heat races and won't count during our A main event. It'll be 30, should be 30 laps in distance tonight's A main. If you haven't done so already, check out California Lightning Sprints on Facebook. Give them a like and a follow. And of course, the Cory Kruseman Sprint Car Driving School and Midget Driving School. Give them a like and follow on Facebook as well. Lights are out. We are set for green flag action once again here at Eldora. Officially going to be halfway home. 4 down and 4 to run. Fixed setups once again. Green flag back out. 9 of the 97 machine. Then we go back to Chris Cordner. That's 77 as they make their way into turns 3. Oh, look out. The 00 Ricky Lewis catches the inside wall. And surely we're going to be close to having the time run out here in heat race number 2. See if we can find the Wicked Cushion instant replay. Nope, not going to be able to find it. I can tell you that Troy Morris, his night is done. He has been parked on the trailer. He will no longer take part in tonight's California Lightning Sprint Esports 360 Sprint Car Series presented by the Cory Kruseman Sprint Car Midget Driving School. So surely we are closing in on what is going to be a 1-lap shootout. The time 10-minute time limit here on the heat races. And unfortunately for heat race number 2, they've had a string of bad run is what we're going to go with. Well, Jordan, luckily for us, we're on race control. We're not on race control, so all we can do is put on the best show possible here on the iRacing.com service. Why is my name not spelled correctly? There we go. Yeah, it's spelled properly, but haven't I? There we go. Should come up properly now. Alright, here we go. Back underway. Hopefully the final 3 laps we can get this race in. Nye Lewis, Brown. Brown in the 18 machine. He was fast last week. Runs the bottom through turns 3 and 4. Again, it is a top 5 that goes straight through to the main event. Jake Swanson in 4th. Here comes Eric Greco in that 8 machine. A lap and a bit to run as they go into turn number 3 and 4. Top 3 on screen. White flag is out. Here goes Ricky Lewis. Slide jump. No, the 97 of Austin Nye back around the outside. Into 3 and 4 for the final time. Austin Nye going to be victorious. Who's going to get second? Ricky Lewis holds on to second. Austin Nye gets the win. Wyatt Brown home in 3rd. 4th, Eric Greco. Jake Swanson around at your top 5. Chris Cordner, Jeremy Queener, Rudy Padilla, Aiden Lang, and James Helling in 10th position. As we move into the 3rd and final heat race of the night, let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Starting on pole, it's Dominic Del Monte, and Seth Espy will start position number 2. Austin Edson will start position 3. Cody Nye will line up at a position number 4. Position 5 is going to be Trevor Ballou, and Grant Sexton will start position 6. Race Liberante will start position 7. Scott Bradley lines up at a position number 8. 9th is going to be JD Laird, and Cody Welker starts position number 10. Daniel Williams will line up at a position number 11. Third and final heat race of the night here at the California Lightning Sprint Esports 360 Winged Sprint Car Series, presented by the Cory Kruseman Driving School for the Sprint Cars and Midgets. Every Thursday night, right here on Ultimate Dirt TV from 11 PM Eastern, 10 PM Central, and I think it's 8 Pacific Standard Time. I think that is PST, I'm pretty sure that is right. We get set, heat race number 3, pace truckers in, Dominic Del Monte getting on the gas, and all 3 wide there down the front straightaway at the start finish line. Thank you, Dwayne. Oh, contact! Cars upside down. There's a good chance, Dwayne, I'm going to forget that in about 3 seconds time. No, I'll do my best not to forget that one. Dominic Del Monte, the race, or the pole sitter, upside down. And there was a number of cars involved in that incident. Cody Nye missing the front wing on that 45 machine, so a couple of cars involved. Padilla, Rudy Padilla. I'm going to keep that in mind. Thank you. So 1 in the books, 7 to go. Heat race number 3 here at the Eldora Speedway. This track can be brutal. Top side is the place to be, right above the slick, just under the cushion. Into 3, you have to be right up on the cushion, but I'll give these drivers some tips. Don't be afraid to run that slider line in turn number 3 and 4. So top 1 and 2, slider 3 and 4. That is certainly going to be a fast way around this half a mile of a racetrack. The Big E right up against the outside wall is what this track is known for. And on iRacing, you can get just inches and centimetres, millimetres even away from that outside wall. Cody Nye, Trevor Ballou, and Grant Sexton, your top 3. We are set for green flag action once again here in heat race number 3. Green flag and a fly. We're back underway. Watching the battle on for second and third. Sexton trying to make the move on the inside on Trevor Ballou down into turn number 3 and 4. Ballou's got the run on the top side right above the slick, and Sexton, well, he was right through it. In fact, changing around the 88 to Trevor Ballou. He's going to have some pressure and company here from JD Laird, Grant Sexton, Liberonte there as well. So a couple of cautions here in heat race number 2, just like we heat 3, just like we've seen out there in heat race number 3. Lights to turn off on the iRacing.com pace truck, this time by Cody Knight, Grant Sexton, 1 and 2. Third spot is the 88 Trevor Ballou. Fourth is the 24 machine of Race Liberonte. And then you go back to JD Laird, who rounds out the top 5 here in tonight's main event. Cody Nye has command of the field. Off turn 4, pace truck is in, green flag is out. What can Grant Sexton do? Down into 1 and 2, slide jump for the race lead. Oh, they make contact, Sexton into the wall. They come through and Sexton around and upside down. Well, there is one way to go from a hero to 0. And it all happened inside a space of 2 turns. Through turn number 1 and 2, the slide jump was made. There was contact. And as quick as you like, you go from a potential race lead or a second spot, a transfer spot, to now have to come from the back of the consolation race. It is all happening here in heat race number 3, just like in heat race number 2. The California Lightning Sprint Esports Series. 360 winged sprint cars, fixed setups tonight. So all drivers are on the same setups, and right now I'd be wanting to have a 28 wing angle. Not sure what they've got in this setup. Drivers doing the best they can to adapt to the fixed setup, and well, we are certainly going to be halfway home here in this one. Rick and Muss. Alan, thank you very much for the follows. Appreciate it. Lights are out. 4 down. 4 to run. Let's get these final 4 laps in the books. How and where do you download the game? You go to iRacing.com. That is iRacing.com. Here we go. Green flag. Back out onto the racetrack. Where can you buy a steering wheel? Amazon, eBay. There's a lot of stuff you can buy. You can buy a G27 for about $100, $150. You can buy G29s, G920s, depending on what your budget is. But we'll continue on into the third and final heat race of the night. There are some slide jobs. There's some crossovers. There's nearly 3 wide right now for about the 4th, 5th, and 6th position. And again, the battle is on. Can the JDR Graphics number 23 machine, JD Laird, can he make his way into a top 5? And he gets around the 78 of Austin Edson. In fact, that is in the 78 machine. He's got the 27 on the ticker right now. But Cody Knight into turn number 3 and 4 for the final time. Heat race number 3 is going to be complete. And Cody Knight gets the win. Home in 2nd spot. In car number 88, Trevor Ballou, Race Liberante 3rd, Cody Welker 4th, JD Laird rounds out the top 5, Austin Edson, Daniel Williams, Scott Bradley, Dominic Del Monte, and Grant Sexton and Seth Hespy were your 11 cars in tonight's 3rd heat race of the night. We move into our consolation race, and this is your last chance to get into the big dance here tonight in our main event for the California Lightning Sprint Esports Series 360 winged sprint cars, live tonight from the virtual Eldora Speedway. Let's go trackside. Take a look right now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. It'll be 10 laps of distance. The top 9 going to make it through Brent Twitty and Chris Cordner in row number 1. Row number 2 going to be Austin Edson and Dalton Schrum. Row 3, Jeremy Queener and Daniel Williams. Row 4, Chance Sheffield and Rudy Padilla. Row 5, Scott Bradley and Chris Ennis. Row 6, Aidan Lang and Dominic Del Monte. Then we go back to Stephen Lemon and James Helling. In row 7, Grant Sexton and Zach Bosniak. Or Bosnich. In car 91, they will be in row 8. Row number 9 is now going to be Seth Hespy and Cody Gray. Troy Morris, he is done for tonight. Again, we'll hope to chat to our top 3 after tonight's main event. Drivers getting the Wonder Green signal right now here from the iRacing starters. Of course, race control. No doubt they'll be telling them, let's go, let's get this cleaned up. We don't need to have this dragging on any longer than what it should be. The field into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4, Brent 20 in car number 6 going to lead us to the green flag. 10 laps around Eldora. Our B main is underway. Drivers already sliding their way through the turns. We go too wide down the back straightaway. Oh no, contact. 2nd and 3rd place. Chris Cordner, the 77. Caught up involved in that one. And we are yellow. Chris Cordner out of the event already. Austin Edson, he's got some problems. We got Chris Ennis in the, what is, I believe, 86 machine. Trying to look at that car upside down. He is upside down. And who else looked to be caught up, involved in that one? Just trying to get a look at some of these cars and see if they are damaged or not. Most of them look A-OK. So we get 1 lap in. We've still got 9 to run. These drivers have just been given a 2 to green signal right now. So not this time, but the following time. But once the lights on the racing.com page strike, those flashing lights, once they turn off, that is when we are going to be sending these cars back underway. And you'll see this official pace truck in the majority of leagues, about 95%, 98% I'd say. Everyone often opting to go with that pace truck. Of course, when you've got a heat racing format, you do have the ability to change it. You can either use the Ford Mustang or the pace truck. Right, let's go. Let's get back after it. Twitty, Shrum, Queen of the top 3. Remember, top 9 go through, so there is still a lot on the line to make it into this 24-car field A main event. Green flag is back out. Let's see if they go. Oh, they're going to go 3 wide already. Down into turn number 1 and 2. The 11 machine of Scott Bradley. Straight up on the inside. Car upside down into turns 3 and 4. It's just the one car. Do we go yellow? No. Yes, we do. There it is. iRacing throwing the yellow flag out. Dominic Del Monte in that 37 machine. So Eldora proving to be not a happy hunting ground for some of these drivers. Again, we'll line them up single file at the moment. We'll line them up single file behind the iRacing.com pace truck. And you see the flagman just letting everybody know when the pace truck is out. We are still under yellow flag conditions. Still being given a 2 to green signal. Right now, you can check out California Lightning Sprints on Facebook. Give them a like and a follow to keep up to date with all the stuff that is not going ahead at the moment, but all their other racing stuff. And of course, the Cory Kruseman Sprint Car and Midget Driving School. Check them out on Facebook as well. While you're at it, check out Ultimate Dirt TV. Give us a like, give us a follow. Hit that share button. And of course, don't forget, check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ultimate Dirt TV. Hit that subscribe button. As I said, we've got about between 10 to 15 races a week. But tomorrow night, we still go live on Ultimate Dirt TV. But the main channel will be our Speed Shift TV audience. Tom, can't answer that one. I don't know how long these guys have been driving for. But obviously there are a number of factors that come into, yellow flags and stuff like that. Green is back out. Twitty going to lead us down into turn 1 and 2. Then you go back to Dalton Shrum and now they make contact and we've got another car upside down. That's a big wreck. Multiple cars involved in this one. Of course, don't forget you can request to join our Ultimate Dirt TV Facebook group, providing all live streams to the group and any other racing that might be happening, whether it's live streams. We're going to share a live stream out. Let us know. DVH 2045 and 90TRCR. Thank you for the subs on YouTube. Appreciate it. 4 down and 6 to run still in tonight's consolation race. Let's see if we can get these final 6 laps in the books. Everybody trying to make it through turn number 1 and 2, but again, seems like that is our curse here tonight. Is turns number 1 and 2, and essentially we're going to have a lot more cars back on pit road than what we should. So after this consolation race, we're going to have a couple of minute warm-up session. And then we're going to move into our main event. Of course, while we have this opportunity in this one, Brian, they're not going to need a fuel stop, just for the simple fact that these cars at the moment on the iRacing.com service, under yellow, they don't actually burn fuel. So still on 2 to green. Twitty continues to lead the race, and I'm sure these drivers are getting frustrated. One to green right now, lights out. On the pace vehicle, we're still looking at potential 12 or 13 cars on the racetrack, I believe. Dalton Schramm, the only one of 2 cars, and Grant Sexton, the 2 cars on pit road. Thanks for that sub, appreciate it. Let's get this race back underway. 5 down, 5 to run. Let's see if we can get through 1 and 2. Cody Gray had some contact there with the 25 of Daniel Williams. Might be worthwhile, or maybe trying to stay to the bottom side of the racetrack and not gas it up right through the slick. There we go. We get in 1 lap. So we watch the 4 machine of Cody Gray coming through the field right now in that number 4 machine. Slider line through turns 3 and 4. 3 laps left to run for your race leader. Brad Twitty in the number 6 machine. Cody Gray second. Scott Bradley third. Zach Bosnich in 4th. Austin Edson to round out the top 5, and now these boys are starting to get into a bit of rhythm, get into a bit of groove. Sprint Wrench, thank you for that sub, appreciate it. So top 9 that are going to go through: Seth Espy in 6th, Chance Sheffield 8th, Stephen Lemon 9th, and Dominic Del Monte to round out the 9 cars in this one. We've got 1 to go. These drivers down the back straight away. But it is your leader right now into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4, he's going to have to cut to the low side. Your winner tonight in car number 6, Brent Twitty. Second going to go to Cody Gray. Third will be Zach Bosnich. 4th, and we see the rest of the field come across the line. 4th, Scott Bradley, Austin Edson. 5th, Seth Espy. 6th, Stephen Lemon in 7th, Chance Sheffield 8th, and Dominic Del Monte home in position number 9. And that is our preliminary action complete. We've got a 5-minute warm-up session. It looks like the track has been reset. And now these drivers are going to have a fresh opportunity to go out there, turn 5 minutes of practice, and we'll take this opportunity right now to take a quick break here on Ultimate TV. You are watching the California Lightning Sprints Esports 360 Sprint Car Series live from the Eldora Speedway, presented by the Cory Kruseman Sprint Car and Midgets Driving School. We'll take a quick break and come back on the other side of this, your main events.
My name is Stephen Corpenos. I'm a senior web developer here at iRacing, and I work on the beta UI. It's funny because iRacing has been around for 10 years, but we want to keep delivering the best possible user experience to our customers, and we've found that the old UI isn't exactly what we're trying to deliver in 2018. We want to use new features and provide the best possible experience when using the sim. One of the projects that I've been working on is some custom heat racing configuration for hosted races. We've been listening to our customers. Everyone's been asking for custom heat races. Maybe you want to tweak a few things with the preset iRacing configurations. Well, now you can using the beta UI. So once you're at the home page of the beta UI, you just go to create a race. Then from there you go to your set race options. And you'll notice here under event types, you can actually choose heat racing. First, I'm going to show you how to create a new format from scratch. You can choose the number of entrants. And as you can see, when I made that change, the change was actually reflected on the right side in the graph. Also, you can use the estimated duration at the bottom of the graph when you're changing the length to see what the total duration of your event will be. In addition, you can customize every aspect of the session information, practice, qualifying, heat races, consolations, and of course, the final feature race. Because the beta UI allows us to develop features that are robust and complex, this feature will be exclusively available on the beta UI. Once you've made all of the changes, you can hit save. Say you forgot what you selected. You can always preview it using the preview format button. We are very excited to release the brand new heat racing configuration feature that will be available in Season 3 of iRacing.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Ultimate TV's coverage of the California Lightning Sprint Esports 360 Sprint Car Series, presented by the Cory Kruseman Sprint Car and Midget Driving School. Brett Wheeler with you for tonight's call as we get set for tonight's 30-lap A main event, with the top 6 from the heat races being inverted. So that means the winners will start in row number 3. Let's go trackside. Take a look right now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. We'll quickly go through the lineup as the cars are making their way out onto the racetrack. Trevor Below and Ricky Lewis in row 1. Row 2, Jeffrey Herrick and Cody Nye. Row 3 going to be Austin Nye and Clayton Ruston. Row 4, Dakota Albright and Wyatt Brown. Row 5, Race Liberonte and Kyle White. Row 6, Eric Greco and Cody Welker. Row 7, Ryan Greco, Jake Swanson. Row 8, JD Laird, Brent Twitty. Row 9, Cody Gray, Zach Bosnich. Row number 10, Scott Bradley and Austin Edson. Row 11, Seth Espy and Stephen Lemon. And row number 12, Chance Sheffield and Dominic Del Monte. 10 laps on the board. Make that 30 laps on the board for tonight's A main event as we get set. The field is about to launch. Trevor Ballou in car number 88 has the field locked and loaded. He shoots the barrel, shoots the gun. We are green flag action. Down into turn number 1 and 2. 2 and 3 wide action. There's a little bit of contact as we go down into turn number 3. All the cars trying to fight for positions. We've got one car around and we are under yellow. So we get lap 1 in the books, and there is a yellow flag out onto the speedway. Ricky Lewis already done for the night. Dakota Albright coming back on pit road. Couple of drivers getting some quick repairs. So these drivers having to make their way through the fields again behind the iRacing.com pace truck. And I want to thank everyone for tuning in here tonight to Ultimate Dirt TV. Victoria, Stacey, thank you for the follows. Appreciate it. Let's get this race in the books. Green flag flying once again here at Eldora. This time it looks to be pretty good through turn number 1 and 2. And this track is going to get very slick throughout the night. Again, with that reset that had happened after the consolation race. They had 5 minutes to go out there and tear it up. And that indeed they did. Trevor Ballou in the 88 going backwards out of some contact. He must have kept it going because we are still green. 3 down, 27 to run. And once these drivers start to find a rhythm, that rhythm gets taken away. Aiden wouldn't happen to be the son of Robert, would it? "12 years of age and was leading a 360A main event here on the iRacing.com service." Okay, no worries, thanks. There goes one car back to pit road. Going to get a fast repair on that one. I believe it might have been Austin Edson, just trying to find that driver. It is in fact the 37 of Dominic Del Monte, getting a quick repair and coming back out onto the racetrack. There he goes. So keep an eye on the likes of maybe Cody Gray, Ryan and Eric Greco coming through the field. Wyatt Brown, JD Laird might be one to watch. Field doubled up into rows of 2 by 2. Jeffrey Herrick going to lead us back to green flag. Alright, this time they all get through 1 and 2 somewhat okay. There is still some contact in the back part of the race. Oh, no contact. And they keep it going. Yes, they do. And they are all trying to fight all over this big half a mile of a racetrack. And it is getting dicey. 3 wide down into turn number 3. And we're nearly going to go 3 wide off turn 4, but back up towards the front of the field. The battle is on. Austin Nye and Clayton Ruston in the 34 machine. Slide job into turn number 3 and 4. Austin Nye going to come back to the inside on Ruston with his own slide job into 1, out of 2. Ruston turns it back underneath him. Ruston will look to get clear of him down into turn 3. Does so. Got him clear, but here comes Austin Nye. Meanwhile, Jeffrey Herrick out in front here in tonight's main event. 9 down. This time by. So we've just completed lap number 8. Still 22. We'll make that 21 to go. Down into turns 3 and 4 they go. Jeffrey Herrick leads by a second over Clayton Ruston, who won heat race number 1. Second, Austin Nye. And here comes Kyle White in that number 12 machine. White trying to get a run on the cushion through turn number 3 and 4. Around the outside of Austin Nye. Nice slider line through turns 1 and 2. Kyle White too good. And right now he's just got that right rear on the cushion. He is just letting it dig right into the cushion. He is sailing it around the outside. Now coming after Ruston for second. Ruston trying to hang on, but no. Kyle White says goodbye. And now he will look to run down your race leader. 0.95 seconds. Jeffrey Herrick, it's now down to 0.833. He was nearly 4/10 quicker on the last lap than what your race leader is. Slow car into turn number 3 and 4. There's your leader, the red, white and blue, number 49, Jeffrey Herrick, as he slides to the top side. There is Kyle White running the outside like a boss. Slider from Herrick as here goes White. He's caught up to the tail, taking the rear crash bar of the 49 machine. Herrick slides low down into turn number 1 and 2. Oh, White tagged the back of him. Herrick into the inside wall, and we are yellow. Well, that was interesting. Kyle White made an absolute hell of a run on the top side and tags the back of the 49 machine. Jeffrey Herrick, he will now find himself towards the back of the bus in this one. But man, how about Kyle White with a drive from out of nowhere? So the 22 machine of Cody Welker. At the moment he sits 1 lap down. He will should get waved around the racing.com pace truck when the lights turn off this time by. And then it will be Kyle White to resume this race right at the half race distance. It'll be 15 down and 15 to run. In fact, not going to get a wave around the pace truck. He's in fact going back to pit road. The JDR Graphics number 22 machine, Cody Welker, gets that quick repair, and a couple of cars in fact getting a nice little wave around the pits. So Clayton Ruston in that 34 machine snap-on. What has he got for Kyle White? The field is set once again. We are back underway. Green flag gonna fly. White immediately straight to the top side of the racetrack. Look at these drivers, top, middle and bottom, as they make their way out of turn number 2. Nye, that is Austin Nye in the 97, right through the middle of 3 and 4. But Cody Gray has made his way from position number 17 up to second at this stage. Now White He is going to have a fair bit of pressure from that 4 machine of Cory Gray. Gray going to duck to the middle of the racetrack through turn number 1 and 2. There is 0.2 of a second separating. We're now going to lose 0.3 of a second as yellow will come back out onto the racetrack. So not too many. We've seen a few yellows here tonight. And again, these tough track conditions for these drivers in these 360 winged sprint cars, of course. All fixed setup racing. And you can catch all the action right here on Ultimate Dirt TV for the next couple of weeks and couple of months, I believe it is. The California Lightning Sprint Esports Series, the 360 winged sprint cars, presented by the Cory Kruseman Sprint Car and Midget Driving School. So big thanks to everybody that has helped and had a hand in putting on these shows. Of course, we covered our first race last week at Lanier. And then tonight we are at Eldora. Next week I've got no idea, but that'll be after our Dirty Old Bastards broadcast on a Thursday night. Tomorrow night, we head over to Speed Shift TV. UMP Modifieds, $500 to win from USA. In fact, we'll have 2 broadcasts up going at the same time. Steve McMillan and I believe Jesse Pate going to be on the call for some four-cylinder action. Who are we looking for? Shane who? Let's take a look. We got a Shane. We don't have a Shane in the... We don't have a Shane in the field. Kyle White, Cory Gray, Clayton Ruston, Eric Greco, and Austin Nye. No worries. Green flag back out. 12 to run. White, here comes Gray after him through turn number 1 and 2. Gray now to the low side. Slide job for the lead on Kyle White, but Kyle White back underneath. Cory Gray had it at the start-finish line. White was thinking about a slide job, but he stuck it right through the middle, and he loses the race lead, and now he's got to do what he did earlier on in the night. He's going to have to come and reel the leader in from the top of the racetrack. The battle was on for third between Clayton Ruston and that sideways designed number 8 machine of Eric Greco. There's a good battle on for the 3rd and 4th position. So Race Liberante in that 24 machine. Reason why we are under yellow flag once again. We'll have 10 laps left to run in tonight's A-main event. So Sprint Wrench, subscribing to us on YouTube. Thank you. I think I've already said thank you for that one, but we can say thank you again. So we sit at 1,087 subscribers. Thank you very much. We are certainly growing here on the YouTube side of things. There we go, 10 laps left to run in tonight's main event. Green flag will fly. Cory Gray, your race leader. And you go back to Kyle White in second. Clayton Ruston third. Austin Nye. Now here comes Cody Nye challenging Austin into turns 3 and 4, but Austin Nye going to hang on to 4th spot. Yellow as we go down into turn number 1. Caution flags, breeding caution flags here tonight at the Eldora Speedway. And again, these are very tricky conditions right up against the cushion where it's so very bumpy, it actually can fling the car sideways. You can shoot it down the racetrack, or you could jump the cushion, get into the wall, and that's another way where you can actually shoot the car hard left to where it's almost just is going to spin out on its own, or straight down into the other competitors. And it's not a nice feeling when that happens, whether you are the driver that spins out or whether you're the driver that had nowhere to go and somebody comes down and gets into the sunny and you end up either upside down or facing the wrong way into the wall with some damage. But these drivers, just like myself and every other human being that is here on the iRacing.com service, they're all humans and we all make mistakes. It's all about apologising and owning up to it and moving forward and trying to make this community a better place for all. 8 laps to go. Green flag, not this time by, but next time by, when the pace truck moves to the infield and when those lights go off on that pace truck, and there they go. They are off. Green flag this time by Cody Gray. He is now just 4 miles away from parking that number 4 machine in victory lane. Let's get after it in these final 8 laps. Cody Gray, he picks up the throttle and the green flag has been thrown once again. Look at the 97 of Austin Nye sliding his way into position number 3. That puts the 12 of Kyle White back to position 4, and White was a race leader about 10 laps ago. Yellow is out, and that may just put Kyle White back up to position at number 3. We'll have to see. There it is. Yep, going back to the last recorded lap. He was the driver that was in 3rd as they went across the start-finish line. So Austin Nye, well, he's going to have his work cut out for him again. Brandit Designs. Ricky Lewis, unfortunately, was the first car out. He has been credited with a 24th place finish. So unfortunately for Ricky Lewis, he was the first car to not finish here tonight. Alright, here we go. Lights are out on the pace truck. 7 to go this time by. Well, hey, Brandit Designs, glad you could join us out there in the YouTube feed. Feel free to let us know where you are watching from, who you're cheering for. Cody Gray, Clayton Ruston, Kyle White, Austin Knight, Eric Greco, the top 5. Here we go. Slide jump for the race lead. Ruston always putting it to Cody Gray. Oh no, 1 car around. That could and will be, just getting confirmation on this one, Austin Knight, I believe it is, in the 97 machine. And multiple cars upside down on the back straightaway. Well, Brandon, we're just glad to be showcasing some more iRacing.com league races. And again, anytime that we are asked to cover an event, as long as we have got the availability to do so, as we have a pretty busy schedule here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Anytime that we are free, 99 out of 100 times we are going to say yes. If there's one reason why, it's because we don't have enough producers. We've got 2 at this stage. Silver Dollar Speedway, never been there, of course. I'm in Sydney, Australia. but would love to get over to the United States maybe one day. And who knows, a bit of commentating might be able to happen. It's always been a dream of mine to get over there and commentate. But for now, iRacing.com is where we have to do it for the time being. Been commentating sim racing for, I think, about 8 years now. Six to go. Essentially, if there was a dash, it would be a 6-lap dash. What normally is a 6-lap dash, and we are back underway. As green flag going to show right now on the ticker. Cody Gray, Clayton Ruston to the top side. Kyle White in third as he fends off challenges right now from Eric Greco, Seth Espy, and Cody Nye. They run 2, nearly 3 wide out of turn number 4. Down into 1 and 2 they go. The 45 of Cody Nye going to slide his way to position number 4. And he will lose 2 spots down the back straight away. Good 3-car battle. Seth Espy, Eric Greco, and Cody Nye putting on a show here for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Meanwhile, Kyle White all over the back of Clayton Ruston through turn number 1 and 2. Meanwhile, Cody Gray, he has checked out here at Eldora with just 3 to run. Ruston a little rusty out of turn number 2. Little sideways, but Kyle White not close enough to make a challenge here, as we've got 2 laps left to run here in tonight's main event for the penultimate time into turn number 3 and turn number 4. The white flag is going to fly. 1 lap left to go here at Eldora. The California Lightning Sprints Esports 360 Sprint Car Series, presented by Cory Kruseman Sprint Car and Midget Driving School. Out of turn number 4, Cody Gray goes to victory lane. Clayton Ruston comes home second. Kyle White going to come home in position number 3. 4th will be Eric Greco. 5th will go to Cody Nye. 6th position going to be JD Laird. Seth Espy in 7th. Zach Bosnich in 8th. Ryan Greco 9th. And Trevor Ballou rounds out the top 10. Then we go back and take a look at Jeffrey Herrick in 11th. Dominic Del Monte 12th. Brant 20 in 13th. Jake Swanson 14th. 15th goes to Cody Welker. 16th Stephen Lemon. Scott Bradley in 17th. Race Liberonte in 18th. Dakota Albright 19th, and 20th is Austin Nye. 21st goes to Austin Edson, Wyatt Brown 22nd, Chance Sheffield 23rd, and Ricky Lewis home in position number 24. But there is your winner in car number 4, Cody Gray, trying to burn it down on the front straightaway. Some victory donuts live from the virtual Eldora Speedway here on the iRacing.com service. Your California Lightning Sprints A main event is done. Alright, we're going to hopefully chat to our top 3 here in just a moment. And in fact, we already have our race winner here tonight. Driving car number 4 and getting the job done from position number 17. It's Cody Gray. Cody, congratulations on this victory. Boy, from 17th to 1st, it was a tough way and a struggle to get through the field, but once you got to the race lead, that number 4 machine was hooked up and on a rail.
Yeah, thank you, Brett. Coming from last in the B-Man, I really didn't think that I had a chance to win it, but we started having those cautions really early, and I didn't really think that I was going to be able to get up there and move forwards because this whole caution thing, it would revert to the lap before. But we got a pretty good green flag run, and it all worked out for us in the end.
Well, it was always going to be tough. The track getting a reset after that consolation race. Track was always going to be difficult to start off with, but towards the end of that, we've pretty much seen the track evolve how it did during those heat races and during that consolation race. Were you worried at all that it was going to get sort of too slick to be able to make those moves?
in the middle of the race, it kind of crossed my mind, but I figured that I had to just keep pushing and not worry about what everyone else was doing and what the track was doing, and just kind of drive.
Well, fix setup. It certainly makes for a different type of racing. All drivers on the same setup, so you take that out of the equation tonight. Do you like the fixed setup racing? Give us your thoughts on how you thought the setup was here tonight.
The setup was pretty good here tonight. It's a little bit different when you put everyone on the same setup. Most of the fast guys, they'll get to it really quick, but some of the people in the back, it just doesn't work out for them, and we got a bunch of cautions, but it is what it is.
Well, Cody, congratulations on the victory here at the Big E, the virtual Eldora Speedway. Anyway, any win you can get here is always going to be a tough one, but you almost made it look too easy there in the end. So congratulations on this victory, and we'll let you get out of here and celebrate this win. But before we let you go, of course, sponsors, shout-outs, all that good stuff. Who makes it happen for you?
I'd like to thank all the CLS esports guys for putting this league on. JDR Graphics. I just got a new MSI monitor tonight, so that might have kept me sharp.
Well, what better way to put the monitor 1 from 1 here. But Cody, congratulations on the victory, and no doubt we'll see you next week.
Thank you, Brett.
All right, well, he mentioned JDR Graphics. Let's chat to the driver. That does come home in 6th place tonight in the JDR Graphics Caliber 23 machine. He was good last week until admin duties had to come into play, but well, JD Laird, you come home 6th position here tonight from the 15th starting spot. Up 9 positions, that's not a bad way to finish up the night. Of course, you would have liked to be probably 3, 4, even 5 spots higher up on the racetrack, but still 6th place, you can't complain about that.
No, I can't complain at all. Sucks that I had to pretty much run in the back for half the race because all the extracurricular activities that were going on under caution were like half the field wrecked. I ended up getting a meatball. I had to use a reset, so I used the reset, tagged the back, and just slow played it all the way up through the front, and almost nipped Cody and I there at the very end for 5th. But I coming through all the landmines to finish 6th. I'll take it.
This track was slick from top to bottom. It had a reset during the warm-up session. Coming to pass cars on a track like this, especially Eldora, you know as well as anybody else that have been on the service for a number of months, or whether it be a year or so, that Eldora generally gets to that one lane on the top side. How were you able to get your way through not only the 9 cars in your original starting positions, but when you went to the back, you had to come back and do it all again? How were you able to get by those guys?
Like you said, Eldora pretty much favors the top, so my instinct with dirt is run where they're not when you're stuck in the back, because if you stack up on the top, one thing happens, you're going to get in it. So I just treated myself like a catfish, rolled bottom, and just started picking them off one by one, and then everybody fight from the top. They'd get stuck in the catch fence, wrecking, and then I just start picking them off one by one each caution, and got lucky a few times. I think I drove under somebody, I'm not entirely sure, but it was hectic. I just had to dial it back down and just roll bottom, and then if they stack bottom, find some grip. I didn't want to really commit to the top until I got to about where I was at, because I felt like I had the pace to at least be where the podium was at that point. It didn't work out with the reset and didn't have enough time to actually pick cars off, but it was tough.
Well, congratulations on this 6th place finish here tonight at the virtual Eldora Speedway. We'll let you get out of here. Before we let you go, of course, our sponsor shout-outs, all that good stuff, buddy. Who makes the wheels turn on this number 23 machine?
Well, first I got to give a shout-out to everybody involved with CLS Pit Pass Esports League, Ryan and Eric Greco, Turnbull, who wasn't there tonight, Shane Holt, Dominic Delmonte, Andy Lang, that whole crew. Like, it takes a family pretty much to run one of these leagues. I've done it before. It is a pain in the ass to do it with one or two. So they've done a lot with a little time to pull in the sponsors to get you to broadcast, which I'm thankful for. It's cool. Like, we're in this time in the world now to where we all need this content to watch, and now that we have that, and these guys and these kids were able to pull all this together to get it here. So major shout out to them. Like I said, you and Ultimate Dirt TV for broadcasting. Shout out to Jake Swanson. I told him he was crazy to want to put his logo on my car bigger than it was, but he said, do it, so I did it. So shout out to him. Anderson Surfboards, Aquatech Classing, Langford Farm, Spirited by Brad, West Evans, and I guess I can thank the guy who made the car look pretty, myself at JDR Graphics, and hopefully we can put it on the top step in the podium next week at Fairbury. That's gonna be it's gonna be a hell of a show.
Well, we look forward to that one, and we'll wish you best of luck for next week, and congratulations on 6.
Appreciate it. Hope to see you next week.
And there we go, JD Laird there, home in position number 6. We're just awaiting the arrival of our third place driver, and here he is, home in third place tonight, driving car number 1. It's Kyle White. Kyle, congratulations on this third place finish. You got to the front, you're on the top side, you reeled everybody in, and then all of a sudden a couple of yellows come out, and you fall back to third. Almost as looked like that sort of car just lost a bit of speed and momentum, but hey, you can't complain about a third place run tonight.
Yeah, the cautions were killing me because I had damage, so I needed people to get into a rhythm and kind of messed up on the top. That's how I got up there, and then just the damage killed me on the restarts.
Eldora is always going to be difficult to make passes, especially when it gets right up on the cushion and inches away from the wall. What's it like trying to put 30 consistent laps together on the top side, knowing that you're flirting with that outside wall, you're flirting on the cushion, and obviously you're flirting with the guys that are also running the inside and also trying to put those sliders on?
I don't know. It's crazy, man. I'm still not very good at this game, but putting it up there 30 laps in a row on a track like this is definitely... takes a little bit of talent. It's hard.
Well, you got to the front. What was going through your point at that stage? Because you were certainly driving away from the competition. Once you got to the lead after you had that damage, what goes through your mind, when you're trying to put those laps up top together and, trying to keep a distance between yourself and second place?
I was just trying to stay consistent. I was in a great rhythm there, and then that one caution came out where I got passed, and then after that, it was just caution after caution, and I just could not get a good restart. When I was in the lead, the top was smooth, and I was just rolling. Well,
you started 10th. You come away with the third place run here tonight in the California Lightning Sprint Esports 360 Sprint Car Series. We'll let you get out of here and celebrate quietly with this third place finish. But of course, before we let you go, we'll throw the mic back to you one final time. Sponsors on this race car, people behind the scenes who helps you on a weekly and nightly basis, who helps you get this job done.
I just got to thank everybody from Green to Checkered Racing. I kind of messed up there and took out my car owner there, Jeffrey Herrick. That was definitely an accident, but everybody at Green to Checkered Racing helps out every single night, and all the sponsors that come with those guys.
All right, Carl, well done on third place, and hopefully we'll see you back next week.
Thank you. Have a good night, bro.
All right, there we go. Cody Gray, who we spoke to first. We spoke to JD Laird in 6, and then we just spoke to Kyle White in position number 3. Congratulations goes to Cody Gray, who takes out the California Lightning Sprint Esports 360 Winged Sprint Car Series, presented by Cory Kruseman Sprint Car and Midget Driving School, here tonight from the virtual Eldora Speedway. Of course, we've been catching all the action right here on Ultimate Dirt TV, and we've been live on Facebook and YouTube, so thank you very much for tuning in to both feeds. It's been very much appreciated, and we hope that you certainly come back and tune into some more coverage. Tomorrow night we'll have 2 broadcasts. We'll have 2 races going up at about 9 p.m. Eastern. There'll be some 4-cylinder action, and we'll also be cross-posting from Speed Shift TV. We'll make the big move into the Speed Shift TV booth for the UMP Modifieds, their national $500 to win race at USA, so can't wait for that one. Saturday night we'll be doing the same thing live on Speed Shift TV, and you can catch all the action right here on our Ultimate Dirt TV Facebook page, and we might be doing it to our YouTube channel. We've just got to get confirmation from Speed Shift to make sure that is okay. If that's fine, then we will. Otherwise, it'll just be on our Facebook page. Again, a big thanks to our sponsors down below. A big thanks to Wicked Cushion, Wicked Energy Gum, DirtFan.com, and World of Thunder Racing League. On behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and the management behind the scenes, and on behalf of myself, Brett Wheeler, from the commentary booth here tonight from the virtual Eldora Speedway, we sign off and we say good night. We'll see you tomorrow night for the Speed Shift TV $500 to win UMP Modified. Good night.